In the afternoon of January 1st, 2024, a large earthquake hit the Noto Peninsula, bringing widespread damage and the loss of many lives in the region. Reconstruction is ongoing, but that doesn't mean that the area is completely off limits to tourists. On the contrary, the peninsula is brimming with local culture and activities, and experiencing them is one way visitors can support the region. The Noto Peninsula is less than an hour north of Kanazawa and extends about 100 kilometers into the sea. The epicenter of the earthquake was here, and only 9 months later, the peninsula was further hit by torrential rain, leading to landslides and widespread flooding. All across the peninsula, reconstruction works are underway, and more signs of recovery can be seen. Over at Wakura Onsen, a popular hot spring resort town in the Noto Peninsula, the Soyu public bath reopened its doors to the public 3 months after the quake. Hot spring accommodation and local businesses are also slowly rebuilding and working towards reopening. While not everything may be open, visitors can still enjoy the region's traditional crafts, rugged coastlines, and fresh seafood. So with that in mind, this is Traveling in the Noto Peninsula after the earthquake. Here's the plan. From Tokyo, I'll take the Shinkansen to Kanazawa, where I'll swap to a local train for Nanao Station. There, I'll take part in an activity and have lunch before hopping back on the train for Anamizu, where I'll get picked up for a countryside stay. The next day, I take the bus from Anamizu to Wajima, where I'll rent a bike to sightsee around the town. For many years, Nanao was an important port of call for traditional Japanese merchant ships known as Kitamaebune that connected Osaka with Hokkaido. This led to a flourishing shopping street, Ipponsugidori. The street has a history of over 600 years and is lined with a number of historical shops. The earthquake caused considerable damage here, but many of the shops have since reopened for business in temporary buildings. I'm at Takazawa Candle Shop, the only remaining Japanese candle maker in the Noto Peninsula, and I'm really excited to experience this tradition for myself by joining an activity. Let's go!
ろうそくっていうのはちょっと作り方が珍しいので、作り方をご説明しますね。これは芯なんです。はい。ではろうそくの芯っていうのは植物を原料にしてるっていうのがやっぱり大きな特徴になります。今日はお花屋に限らず、ご自身の好きなもの、世界に一本のろうそくを作ってください。
ちょっと
はい。
ストレス、もう絵はすっごい下手。
でも絵の具大丈夫、大丈夫、みんな経験あるから大丈夫です。
わかりました。
はい、
頑張ります。
はい、頑張りましょう。はい。
There are two activities you can do here. One is making a Japanese candle, and the other is painting one, like what I've done. Mentioned that the Noto Peninsula is famous for its delicious seafood. Well, for lunch today, I've ordered a seafood set that you grill yourself, and I've got some dried fish, prawns, scallops, squid, and some clams. Itadakimasu. Oh, it smells really good. To continue deeper into the Noto Peninsula, I'm jumping on the Noto Railway, which reopened just 4 months after the earthquake. The journey between Nanao and Anamizu, the terminal station and my destination for today, takes about an hour. The train travels along the coast, so we're going to be able to see some beautiful scenery off the bay. To experience a part of local life, I'm picked up from the station and driven to a small farming village where I'll stay in a traditional Japanese house for the night. The train ride offered coastal views, and here we have its companion, countryside farmland surrounded by hills and mountains. Shunran no Sato is a collection of farmhouses where visitors can have a homestay experience. In addition to experiencing the village life like chatting with the owners, another part of the charm is using the local lacquerware dishes, a traditional craft I'll see tomorrow. But first, dinner. I'm staying in an old farmhouse tonight, and for dinner I'm having a meal cooked by the owners of the house. Itadakimasu. Good night. Wajima was one of the hardest hit cities. Not only did the earthquake topple many buildings, but it also caused a large fire, which destroyed a considerable part of the city center, including the site of a famous local morning market. It was quite shocking and sad to see the damage that Wajima suffered on the news. But now that I'm here, I'm looking forward to exploring the downtown area, and I'm going to do so by bike. The Wajima Asaichi, or morning market, was one of the biggest in Japan, hosting around 150 shops on a daily basis. However, the large fire destroyed the street where the morning market was held. The goal is to rebuild the area, but in the meantime, the morning market has a temporary home here at the Power City Wajima Y Plaza. While the number of sellers has been greatly reduced, the hospitality and warmth of everyone remains undefeated.
おばあちゃんが全部手作り。そうなの。あ、これはさっき道の駅で見た。ああね、これアイデアショー。すごい。の家で作った車。へえ。あとこれ竹の枝。全部うちにある材料を利用して。すごい。
サービスにあげる。
いいですか、もらっちゃった。これも自分でペンキというか漆ですが。
ってるんです。赤とかいろんな色があるんですけど、
はい。
旦那さんが全部手作りなんです。一本ずつ。
一本ずつ。
描いてるんですよ。
おお。で全部漆。
漆ですね。こういうの塗るでしょう。だから少しずつ漆が残るんですよ。だから捨てるのもったいないでしょ。
はい。
それでこういう風に制作してるんです。
でこれはワンペアで。
そうそう。自分で好きなのを選ぶ。はい。
I think I'm going for these two completely different chopsticks, and that's what makes them unique. The next stop on my route is an art studio to see Wajima's most famous traditional craft. Wajima lacquerware is known throughout Japan for its beautiful finish. Here, visitors can see artisans at work and learn about the traditional craft.
もう来年で50年ですわ。高校卒業して18歳から高校出て始めて、そして来年で50年ですわ。じいちゃんが漆器の方をやっとったもんでね、 父親は勤め人やったけども、なんかまあ輪島でおらんならんし、なんか手で職でもつけようかなと思っとったがで。
The process of creating traditional Wajima lacquerware has over 100 steps. A simple piece of wood gets shaped, treated, sanded, painted multiple times with lacquer, and decorated before it can be sold. With these multiple steps and the time taken for Japanese lacquer to dry, it takes about 6 months to create a simple bowl from start to finish.
1月1日に地震を負っていて、1月3日の日にうち見たらこんな状態でした。そして5月の15日に仮設入ったんです。仮設入ってよかったなと思っとったら、9月の21日に大雨豪雨に遭ったんですわ。だから2度遭ったんですわ。大変やったけど、まだここで私仕事できるもんでね、まだ生きがいありますわ。
Just when you think things look normal, here you can see on my left and right temporary housing for those who lost their homes in the earthquake and floods. Now this really puts things into perspective for me that we're still in the midst of rebuilding, but this is just the new normal. My final stop before I leave the Noto Peninsula is at Mebuki. This is a special restaurant project launched by chefs in the region after the earthquake, with the aim to showcase the region's best ingredients as well as create a space where locals as well as visitors to the town can gather. I've ordered the sashimi set for lunch, and all the seafood you see on my plate is local and seasonal. I can already tell that this is gonna be so good because you can see a bit of the fat on the fish. I'm gonna give it a go. Leaving the peninsula, I'm touched by the warmth and resilience of the locals I've met. Recovery is ongoing, but the region continues to be full of cultural activities and beautiful landscapes to enjoy. To know more about this trip, see our article here, or to watch more content about Japan, click on our other videos here. Thanks for watching. Happy travels!